Now another more powerful thing that you may want to have a look at are these items down here, which tend to relate to particular people. So, say for example we have a list of a few thousand people's emails, and we wanted to derive their web address based on their email. So for example we have a couple of emails here, steve@apple.com. What it'll do is it'll automatically extract the name at the end and keep it all steve.com, but it'll give us also www.apple.com. And same with the one above, Holy Mackerel Software. It'll give us the as well as the email, it'll calculate what the web address should be. So now we've got email to web. We'll click on clean, and there you go. It's actually put both of those in there, and it's actually put a tab in the middle, so we can copy and paste this information out of this cleaned area and paste it into something like a spreadsheet, and it'll put them into separate columns. Okay, other personal items we can do is first changing a name to first and last. So what that means is where we have a name where you've got, for example, Steve Sarkozy or Paul Carter here, what it will do is it'll automatically determine what is the first name, what is the last name, and you can even have people with multiple first names, and it'll again separate them across on the right hand side and put a tab in between, so that when we can copy and paste it out, we can put it into multiple columns of a spreadsheet. The other amazing thing that it's going to do is it's going to have a look at the first names. If it already has a salutation, it's going to leave the salutation there. The other thing it's going to do, which is pretty amazing, is it's going to have a look at the first name of the person's name and look up a list of about 1,000 different common names and verify as to whether it's able to determine what the salutation is. So for example, Steve and Paul will always be Mr. So where it has got these two on the left hand side, we should automatically have them separated by a tab with the name Mr. inserted at the front. So let's go clean, and there we go. It's automatically put in the salutation for the people's names. It's automatically gone and put a tab in between each, and it's automatically separated the surname from the first name. Now these other ones up here only had a first name, so they're a bit out of alignment. Normally we would be having both names in there. Okay, the next thing we can do is get it to have a look at phone numbers. So if you have a list of thousands of phone numbers and they've got different spaces in different places, what it can do is automatically adjust so. So if we had sort of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that, and then we go clean, what it'll do is it'll automatically put a space, remove all spaces from the line and put a space, leaving the 6 characters on the right hand side together. So if we did in this case, if somebody had gone and put multiple spaces in, what you'll see that it'll automatically remove those spaces and keep it as it still displays on the right hand side. So you'll get all your phone numbers before you copy and paste them, or whatever you want to do with them. It'll put them in a consistent fashion. Now if there were other things like you had brackets or pluses or whatever it may be in your phone numbers, it'll keep those as well, so it doesn't remove any of the text. Okay, if you just wanted to see the salutation on a name, what you can do is choose salutation here, go clean, and then instead of going and separating first name, surname, anything like that, it's going to keep the name as it is and go and put in what it thinks as being the salutation at the start. Okay. Next item we can choose is UK postcodes. Now this is an interesting one because depending on how on what we want to do, we can put in UK postcodes. So here's a couple of them here. So there's one there, and I'll just clean up the formatting of that one there. So what it's going to do is look up the name of at least the coding of the address up until the space, and then try and work out based on that what the usual city will be in that circumstance, what the county, the country and the region will be. So across on the right hand side, when we go clean, you should notice that it's for those particular ones. Let's look them up. Worked out that DE23 is in Derby, MK is in Milton Keynes, Derby is within Derbyshire, which is within the region East Midlands, within the country of England. Milton Keynes is within the county of Buckinghamshire, and it's in the region of the southeast of England, within the country of England. So again, just like before, you can have a list of postcodes that you bring into copy and paste out of Excel, run them through CleanHaven, and then paste that information straight back. Now, the other thing that you can do that you may find of use is if you wanted to multiple forms of cleaning. So, for example, if you did want to, if you had a whole lot of postcodes, you may want to make their case as being uppercase. So force them all to be uppercase, clean that way. Next thing you can do with the postcodes is that you can, I'll just turn off. There we go. Next thing you may want to do with the postcodes is bring all the information from the right hand side here back into the left hand side to do a second transition, because normally what happens is each transition we do, it just brings it across to the right hand side. If we don't bring it from the right back to the left, it'll wipe out whatever was on the right hand side. So the way we bring it from the right hand side to the left, you can either copy and paste if you want to, but just to do it in one step is to go make source here, and all the text that we've got on this right hand side area will be moved to the area on the left. So if I go click on make source, there we go, it's now moved it across. We can now do other things like do the postcodes, knowing that everything is all in uppercase, and there they are there. Now we've got this other information there, but okay, you can understand that normally we would have a list of consistent information. The other thing to notice is that this cleaned window here is actually a global window, which means it's at the front of every application. So if I go and bring the browser back to the front, for example, the cleaned window still remains at the front. The advantage of that is if once I've got the information, the text cleaned the way that I want, I can copy and paste all of it or just the bit that I want and bring it into, whether it's pasting it into the web, whether pasting it into Excel or Word or Pages or Numbers or whatever other program that I may want to bring it into. The point is that I can bring that other application to the front, highlight the whole lot, copy, paste, and this window will always be at the front. If it is a bit of a pain, you can always close it down. When you come back to the application again and go clean, it'll automatically open it up and the window again.